Since both of her grandparents were realtors in Dallas during the early 20th century, you could say that Patsy Smith had residential construction in her genes from the beginning. Their diligence and work ethic influenced Patsy throughout her life. Patsy Smith is a fifth-generation Dallasite who grew up in Oak Cliff during its heyday. She was a hard-driving firstborn and straight-A student at Sunset High School. After graduation, she wanted to attend Baylor University with her friends. However, she'd have to pay her own way, so she worked at Dun & Bradstreet and U.S. Pipeline to save enough money for tuition, room, and board. While at Baylor, Patsy majored in debate and public speaking. Patsy knew she always wanted a husband and partner that was ambitious, and she knew that was what she was getting with Herman Smith. The Dallas girl and country boy met on a blind date, and at 19 and 20 they married and started their lifelong partnership in July of 1950. Herman served in the Navy Air Force during the Korean War, and the couple were stationed in California for part of that time. After his service, the young couple decided to return to the Fort Worth area, where Herman briefly worked for Bell Helicopter before they embarked on their land development and home building business. As Patsy and Herman began their endeavor, he was the builder and risk-taker, and she was the decorator and conservative. They made a good team, and they hired good people into their company. They joined the Texas Association of Builders, the National Association of Home Builders, and the HBA of Fort Worth, memberships that Patsy has held for almost 60 years. The Herman Smith Company acquired vast amounts of land in the Mid-Cities area in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex to develop for commercial and residential uses. These projects included shopping centers, multifamily projects, and housing subdivisions. The company grew to having projects in 5 states with innovations such as gated communities and zero-lot subdivisions. Patsy and Herman's participation in the association provided them with incredible resources, business associates, and friends like J.B. Sandlin, Ted Schlossman, and Ted Dinerstein. When Herman became the president of the National Association of Home Builders in 1981, Patsy traveled with him to all 50 states, as well as to Japan and Europe, listening and giving a voice to home builders. After Herman's unexpected death in 1994, Patsy continued the operations of the company and moved it from largely an acquisition position to an equity position in just 2 years by developing projects in the Mid-Cities area such as Thornbury, Bedford Park, Mill Creek, Wildwood, and River Oaks Estates. And while Patsy has contributed to the development of our communities, she is reaching beyond the borders of Texas to promote education and workforce development in America. She has donated millions of dollars and volunteered thousands of hours to workforce education programs to assist students who are working toward joining our industry as construction trade professionals. Her charitable efforts define her legacy. Patsy established the Herman J. Smith Scholarship through the National Housing Endowment, NAHB's philanthropic branch. She has donated over $1 million to be used for scholarships for college students majoring in construction-related fields and who demonstrate an interest in obtaining a job in the field. She is a National Housing Endowment Life Trustee and is currently Secretary of the Board. In addition to this scholarship endowment, Patsy is on the board of Home Builders Institute, whose mission is to provide education, career development, training, and placement of men and women serving in the building industry. She has served HBI for 23 years and chaired the board in 2005, during which time Labor Secretary Elaine Chao awarded a $4.3 million grant to the Institute for Workforce Development, the first grant of this kind dedicated strictly to the construction industry. In recognition of Patsy's contributions, HBI named her a Trustee Emeritus in 2018. The Texas Builders Foundation, the philanthropic arm of TAB, has also been a recipient of Patsy's commitment to workforce development and scholarship. In 2016, she made an initial donation of $25,000 to establish the Herman and Patsy Smith Charitable Foundation Endowment and continues with ongoing annual contributions for scholarships. In addition to the home building industry, Patsy is a benefactor of Dallas Baptist University. She serves on the DBU Board of Trustees and provides generous support for student scholarships and building campaigns. Her donations helped expand the DBU campus to Northeast Tarrant County with a campus center which offers a full array of classes and educational support services for students. She is a member of the Foundation Board of her alma mater, Baylor University, the Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary Advisory Board, the Women's Haven Board, and she was recognized by the Tarrant County Business Press as one of the most influential women and nominated for the Trailblazer of the Year in 1997. Patsy is in awe that only in America can you start out with so little and achieve so much. She feels strongly that you don't get there alone, and you've got to always give back to the industry that has given you everything you have today.